Hello everybody, I am Íben Tránholmn. Today I would like to talk about the global persecutions of Christians, which is a growing problem and has been for quite a number of years without our media reporting on it. I would especially like to talk about why the media is so silent about all those crimes that are committed against Christians and why our political leaders in the West are doing nothing about it. Right after the bombings in Sri Lanka this Easter, former President Barack Obama wrote a tweet. He wrote, "The attacks on tourists and Easter worshippers in Sri Lanka are an attack on humanity." Hillary Clinton used the same awkward phrase. She wrote, "I'm praying for everyone affected by today's horrific attack on Easter worshippers and travelers in Sri Lanka." A lot of people have been commenting on those two tweets because they use the word or the phrase Easter worshippers instead of Christians. And many people have been wondering why Obama and Hillary Clinton could not say Christians. Because the fact is that these attackers were radical Muslims. Their motives were religious and their targets were Christians. But nevertheless, no media has really been reporting on this. Nobody in authority wants to say it out loud. Nobody is really speaking about how persecuted Christians are worldwide. No mention in the mainstream media. In France, 1,000 churches has been vandalized during the last year. It came out right after the fire in Notre Dame broke out. Nobody really knew about it, but 1,000 churches has been vandalized just in 2018 in France. Why? 245 million Christians are persecuted every day. This is a rise in the number, as in 2018 it was only 215 million. But yet, media are silent and politicians are too. And even the church in the West, to some extent, are silent too. Why? There is a big why. Why are they, the media and the politicians, and perhaps even also the church, closing their eyes to this enormous problem? Many columnists and commentators have said that it is because of political correctness, and that Democrats and leftists believe that only minorities, women, homosexuals and Muslims can be victims, but white men and Christians are the evil people who cannot be victims. I've been to conferences where, people from organizations for human rights and also the church have said that if we talk about this problem, Christians in the Middle East would suffer even more. It would make things just worse for them. So let's not talk about it at all. These reasons can be true, but I think there is another reason that goes much deeper, and it has to do with spirituality. Secularism has taught us for decades that religion belongs to the past and it is a private matter, and we should not be concerned about religion. And who wants to believe in God in a modern world? So forget about religion. But the terror attacks, when radical Islamists are targeting Christians and the media and the governments are silent or trying to ignore or hide the persecutions, it is exactly the sign that under the surface it's all about religion. Or, I would rather say, about the destruction of Christianity. Destruction of Christianity, destruction of the Christian world order, destruction of Christian morality and secularism and globalism goes actually hand in hand. The persecutions are taking place because the West do not prevent it, do not stop it. We could stop it. We could boycott those countries who persecute Christians. Our military is superior to all Middle East countries, but the Western leaders let it happen. It's hard to face this truth, but our own leaders, the Western political elite, actually persecutes Christians by letting it happen, and because they want to break down the Christian world order. Many people would point to Islam and say, well, but Islam is to blame because it is actually Islamic terrorists who are doing this. Yes, it's true. From a historical point of view, Islam has attacked Christians many times, and we see that in Muslim countries today, Christians are being persecuted. But I would say that Islam is just a useful tool for the West to do the dirty job. The terrorists are allowed to attack Christians because the West do not want to stop it. It's the same thing with the immigration, but that's another topic for another day. So globalism is actually using Islam to do this dirty job. It's just a tool. I would say that globalists and Islamists and secularists has made an unholy alliance. So forget about secularism meaning no religion. It doesn't exist. Secularism and globalism is about destroying Christianity. That is their main goal. So what kind of world do they want? How would the world look like if all churches were gone and all Christians were eliminated? Well, there will be no counterculture to evil, no resistance against evil, and there will be no love of the neighbor. It has much bigger and more scary consequences than we could ever imagine. A world without Christianity is a world without truth, without love, without hope, and no moral code. And this is what we are already witnessing today to some extent. But why would any human being want to wage war on Christianity, which is all about loving one's neighbor, and that God loves the world so much that he was willing to become man and sacrifice his own son? This is a mystery. Evil is a mystery. It's not rational, but it's real. So be aware. Be concerned not so much about politics, but what kind of spirituality you have. Because one thing is for sure. Politics alone is not enough to deal with this major evil we are witnessing. Terror attacks on innocent people, killings of Christians worldwide, churches that are being vandalized. All political movements have a spiritual root. And I'm afraid that the political elite in the West have gone over to the dark side. If you want to combat the evil of our time, don't look to the politicians, because they're part of it. Go to church to preserve your culture and learn how to love. Learn how to be good, learn how to be kind, and to conquer evil with love. Churches will go from us or will be destroyed by evil if we don't go to them. Thanks for watching Tránholm Talks. I'm back soon again, and please remember to subscribe and leave a comment. I really appreciate all your comments and critiques. Thanks for watching. See you soon again.